Hi, I'm Steve from Lily Wild, and today I'm here with
Anthony.
Anthony. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing at the moment.
So at the moment I'm creating an online sales point, really, a website called Little Welsh Farm Co.
Right.
And the whole sort of idea behind it is supporting Welsh and UK businesses, but I'm really going down the avenue of small makers. Right. So some that maybe don't have their own websites, some that maybe just want another platform to showcase their work, and some and just that want to become part of maybe a wider community and a slightly different approach to how they get their items and their products out there, really.
Right.
So that's kind of where hopefully Little Welsh Farm Co will go. And also
we're based here in Mid Wales.
Yep.
So it's sort of right in the hills. We're actually sitting beside the fire pit, which is very nice.
Yes, yeah, got to have a fire pit, haven't you?
Got to have a fire pit. So yeah. So what kind of got the enthusiasm going for doing this? Because I know, just so you all know, you can probably tell he's into his mountain biking and stuff. So, but you know, I mean, what gave you the idea behind setting this up?
Well, Mother's got a small Welsh lavender farm up in Mid Wales, up in Rhaeadr, and so I've been doing a lot with her. And the idea is hopefully over the next few years is that's going to migrate to here.
Yeah.
And so we'll trade underneath the new umbrella of Little Welsh Farm Co. So that'll be one avenue of Little Welsh Farm Co. But I didn't want it to just be that, because I was looking down the route of having lavender-based products.
Right.
But obviously I've got enough on my plate, and there'll be people out there who do a far better job than I do of making the creams and the oils and things like that. So I thought, well, yes, I can use people to create these for me, but it's always nice that there's a transparency. People know who's making these products. There's no point me selling Little Welsh Farm Co. cream and everyone thinks I make it. I don't think that's fair. So, and in Wales here, we've got people making fantastic stuff. So hopefully we can work together, bring in some great products, but with the transparency. And the biggest part of it really is the whole going down the sustainable and eco-friendly route, really. Certainly since living here and growing our own produce and composting, my eyes are open to a bit more of exactly what we need to be doing, really, Yeah. And in 3 years, this place has transformed. We've put all of the plastic out the hedgerows, I've dug out all of the baler twine out the floor and things like that, and we're now getting it back, and we've left areas, I've pulled all the rubbish out, all the brambles and all that, but there's areas now I'm letting go back to how it would be, So even in this last year of now only strimming areas and, in sort of twice a year, there's native flowers coming back, there's things like that. So we've just put bees on there this week now. And I think your whole mindset changes a bit, doesn't it, really? And you start thinking a bit differently. And I just think that a bit more about where I get everything, where I buy things from, and I think people do as well. I think other people are. So I thought, well, why not help people find these things? So become a bit of a hub, and bring sustainably made, eco-friendly products all into one place, really. But also within a blog of this on this site, is people then can learn a bit more about these producers and how they came about producing these items, where everything comes from. So yeah, hopefully it'd be a good backstory to the products that I end up selling as well,
Sounds amazing. I mean, I know you're doing it in alongside quite a few other things as well. I mean, you've got a young family doing up your house. You've done up this, created this garden. You're growing your own food. You're an electrician. And you've also got a photography business as well. So I'm imagining. There's something in what you're doing that we were talking about earlier, this whole thing about the sustainability and understanding. And I think you were also showing a little bit of that meshing in of your sort of image work and how that brings out the story almost and helps people understand it more. Do you think that your photography is going to be an important part of what you're doing, or do you see that as something separate?
No, absolutely. So the website, I want to be quite, image rich. So hopefully that's where the blogs hopefully will come in well. The idea is I'll go meet the makers and I'll spend a couple of hours with them, or depending on what they're making, maybe it will be a day, maybe it will be half an hour, but I can take some, hopefully some good imagery, and this is something I've been speaking to them about as well, is this all about a circle, isn't it? It's about not just taking, but it's about giving back as well. So hopefully, I'll create a blog which will help showcase what I'm selling, help showcase the maker, help bring to the forefront, people understand how things are made, what products go in. A lot of people buy stuff, don't really appreciate what products are in that product, or where it comes from, and even down to the packaging. The packaging needs to be eco-friendly, sustainable, recyclable where possible, compostable, and so it's it's about sort of going down this whole route. But at the same time with the photography is I was saying to the people, I said, would you be happy for me to come and meet you? And they were, yeah, that'd be great, that'd be great. Yeah. I said, and in return, I'm going to give them a suite of the photographs, so they can use on their social media. Yeah. So not only do they get a bit of a blog post on my page, which helps promote both of us, but they also get then the photography that they can use on their sites, and hopefully it will just help build a working relationship that will go on for years, hopefully.
It's interesting because what you're doing in a way is taking the principles of sustainability and applying it into the whole business model, and that kind of give and take both within understanding how we're working with the natural world. And if we take a product, we have to sort of do it in the right way, and we have to sustain the way that's enabled, and it's part of a natural system. And effectively you're doing the same with the people bit of it, in that you're bringing those businesses in to work with you, and you're saying, but there's something, there's a return as well that's more about building a small community around your sort of sales point in a way. Yeah,
I think so. And hopefully it will just help build a certain amount of trust, isn't it? So then when I go to someone in hopefully a year or two's time, if all goes well, I say, well, let's collaborate, let's create a product, then we already know how each other work, and we already know what the options are, and maybe where the product could go. And so hopefully it will just help to build everybody up, really, but also whoever visits the site in the future, once it's up and running, will know that everything that's on the site has the same has the same ethos. Then people are all really running down the same avenue, I guess. That's, I think so. That's my big ISP, I guess. That's what I want it to be.
That sounds fantastic. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this develops.
Yeah, me too.
Wishing you every success. I mean, judging by the other things that I've seen you doing, I'm looking forward to seeing something quite exciting. But really appreciate the interview. Thanks very much.
No problem, you're welcome.
For those of you who are interested, obviously we'll put more information at the end of the video and links into this exciting new project that being developed. And hopefully as it goes on, we can then start to look at other things that are coming out of this. And I understand there's ideas in the background for some exciting little gatherings and things. So We'll keep you posted. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.